Hi Leo, this is going to be your reading for the last half of May 2018. I'm using the Gilded Tarot for the main part of the reading. I'm also using the Psychic Tarot and the Romance Oracle cards. Now, the card that you've got here at the center is the Five of Swords. And the Five of Swords, you know, it is difficult energy, okay? It talks about conflict, disagreeing with others, leading to tension, hostility. You know, the thing with the Five of Swords is the man here, he thinks he's won, okay? But he ends up being the loser because he's either hurt the other people or annoyed them. And then what happens is sometime after, he then tries to pick up the pieces. And he then tries to kind of, you know, not forget, but he tries to pick up the pieces and carry on as though nothing's happened. And it is possible that this man has done this time and time again. And in the end, the other people, or indeed one other person, ends up saying, you know, enough, I'm not putting up with this anymore. Now, this is either you, Leo, that's creating this conflict and this tension, or it's somebody else that you are dealing with. Somebody else that repeatedly, you know, wants to create this type of conflict. And then once the argument's over and died down, they then think they can come back and carry on as though nothing's happened. Now, with the past coming through, we do have the King of Pentacles here. Now, the King of Pentacles can certainly be talking about somebody else. It could be Earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, or a Virgo. See, the King of Pentacles is very much, you know, he is very grounded energy. He is very good when it comes to business and finances. The thing with the King of Pentacles, you know, on a bad day, he can just be all about money. And he sometimes doesn't really care who he crosses, as long as he gets his desired results and he gets his goal when it comes to finances and work. So you may very well be dealing with somebody at work that that is creating this type of conflict. And it may be that this person has done this in the past. Because I'm trying to think whether I feel this King of Pentacles could in some way be part of you. Maybe for some of you, it is talking about some of your energy, but I think that this King of Pentacles is talking about another individual. Another individual that you may be having this type of conflict with. Now, the present, we've got the Emperor. Now, the thing with the Emperor is he's the one who's in charge, okay? He likes to be the head, the ruler. But again, on a bad day with the Emperor, he can be very controlling. He can be very domineering. Now, you know, again, is this Emperor here because in this last half of May, you're going to take these characteristics on and you're going to start to put your foot down and kind of say enough, you know, I'm not putting up with this anymore? Or is this Emperor linked to this King of Pentacles? Are they the two same people? One of the same people, sorry, that you are dealing with that is being controlling, demanding, domineering. creating arguments and conflict all the time. Because in your advice position, you've got the Seven of Pentacles. And this is a card about really trying to work out whether you want to put any more time and effort, or indeed even money, into this. So you're either dealing with somebody at work, or this, for some of you, could very well be talking about a personal relationship. But you're at that point where you're starting to question whether you're going to see the fruits of your labor, whether you want to put any more time and effort into this. In the environment, we have the Wheel of Fortune. And the Wheel of Fortune, it can be very much a card about, you know, the wheel is going to start to turn in your favor. Things are going to improve. The thing with the Wheel of Fortune, it's very karmic energy. But also the Wheel of Fortune can be having the opportunity to do something again, okay? To give something another go. Maybe the opportunity to stick with this and hope that it's going to work out in the way that you want it to. Even though this individual, you know, seems to repeatedly create this type of conflict. Because in your hopes and fears, we've got the Four of Wands here. Now, the Four of Wands can be the card to do with engagement, moving in together, marriage. You know, it can be that type of celebratory type of energy. But the Four of Wands as well, it can talk about security, feeling, you know, peace and security, and feeling stable within your home environment, and quite often with another individual. So this is something that you would be hoping for, okay? Now, when we come down to your outcome, we do have the Nine of Wands. And the Nine of Wands is about defending yourself. You know, the main message with this card is about forewarned is forearmed. You know, the man in the card, he's built this type of protective wall here with these other wands. You know, suggesting that he's been through other challenges, maybe the same type of challenges. And this time, you know, he's ready. And if the same thing happens again, this time he knows how to handle the situation. He's showing some battle scars, you know, but he's not completely down and out here. For some of you, it may be that you have got an opportunity here to deal with another individual again in some area of your life. And it may have been a very difficult type of relationship in the past. Now, the next card we've got is the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is about tradition. It is about organizations and groups. It's about spiritual teaching, spiritual enlightenment. It can be the card that can touch on marriage here. But also with the Hierophant, what he teaches us, you know, he unlocks the truth, and then that brings freedom to us. But the Hierophant as well, as I said, can talk about tradition. Doing something the way it's meant to be done. Doing something the way we're expected to do it. The next card is the Eight of Wands. And this is a card that can often be about communication. Quick communication coming through. Sometimes it can be about, you know, the need to take a journey. Sometimes a journey that wasn't expected. But it can be, for me, the card about communication. Communication that can be coming through to you that you wasn't expecting. And the last card we got is the Lovers. Now, the Lovers can talk about a personal relationship, but, you know, it can touch on any relationship that you're having. And, you know, the Lovers, it can be about commitment as well. Making a commitment to something and honouring that commitment, sticking to that commitment. For some of you, this is going to be talking about a personal relationship whereby you're dealing with somebody that, you know, is maybe controlling, is maybe domineering. Somebody that creates conflict. Now, your card from the Psychic Tarot is Triumph. And this is a major arcana. And this is equivalent to the Chariot. And the Chariot is about forward movement. Moving forward. The Triumph and the Chariot card is also the Victory card. The thing is, though, in the Rider-Waite Tarot and indeed in the, you know, this Gilded Tarot, you have the Chariot with the two Sphinxes, and you need to make sure that both of those Sphinxes are going in the same direction, because otherwise there can't be any forward movement here. Now, when it comes to the Romance Oracle, you got free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. You know, now this card doesn't necessarily mean that if you're in a relationship that you need to end the relationship. But it can very much be that if you're in a relationship with somebody that, as I said, is being very controlling, very domineering, that wants everything their way. And if they don't get things their way, then there's this conflict that's there, where you're questioning maybe whether you want to invest any more of your time into this relationship. There's a question mark here over, I think, maybe taking the relationship to another level, whether you want to put any more time into it, whether you want to commit. But if the relationship is to continue, then very much you're going to have to take some control back and not allow the other person to be the one that dictates all the time. Okay, Leo, that concludes your reading. Thank you. Bye.